For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together, we can be the change.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and parenting education coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember they can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Sorry. Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more. But it's so absorbent, you can use less. So it's always worth it. Now, what did we learn about using less?
You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Q Time is our classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. Never fear, it is I, your Uncle John, the ringmaster for this particular circus. And as always, I am joined by your favorite elders who watch too much damn TV and read too many damn comic books. Dipping his stick into his drink, and yes, I meant to say that the way I did, is the red bone assassin, Uncle DJ. What's going on, sir? I'm gonna let you sit there with the stick in your
Nothing
mouth.
too much, just staying in practice.
Stick. Oh God. Okay, and as always,
all right,
from the planet
learn
of
something new every day.
By way of the galaxy of Brooklyn, it is your Uncle Rod. What's good, sir?
What up, good people? Rattlers all day. National Signing Day, 2022. We got some more horses in the stable, ready to ride next season. I'm happy with our signing class.
Nice.
I'm sure they're gonna kick that. I'm sure they're gonna kick that on Orange and Green. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna say something about that on Orange and Green Strike Zone. So, I'm gonna let them handle that. But as an alum, I'm happy.
Nice. But you know what? I have to say, I'm happy that there are so many Division I caliber athletes now who are deciding to attend HBCUs because it's good to keep them home.
It's about time.
Home is who wants you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, especially with your boy Brian Flores deciding, you know what, NFL, I'm gonna sue you for not interviewing me, you motherfuckers, and going ahead and telling the NFL to
Somebody else has
ass.
joined in.
Well, no, they interviewed him. They just didn't interview him for real. It was like for practice.
Right.
Because they had already given the dude a job.
He said it was just just to check the box that says, okay, there's the rule. What is it? The whatever rule it is.
The Rooney Rule. Yeah,
the
Rooney Rule. Yeah, we just checked that box. Yeah.
So, if I'm allowed to finish my introductions, thank you very much, fellas. Missing today is Uncle Percy and Auntie Nicole. Uncle Percy may be joining us eventually. Auntie Nicole may be joining us eventually. Who knows? Sometimes you just have something better to do. And as always, behind the
three-man band,
ones and twos, we have Uncle Roy. What's good, Uncle Roy? You gonna be the voice of God today and say hello?
Hello.
All right. Oh, there you go. All right. So, I guess I would be remiss if I didn't already jump on a subject that we had begun. Brian Flores, the ex-coach of the Miami Dolphins, a coach who brought them back into prominence, got them to, if it wasn't an above 500 record, to a 500 record from the dismal cellars in which they dwelt, was fired because he was the angry Negro. And he made white people uncomfortable. And now Brian Flores is suing the NFL. Now, I'm going to assume maybe Uncle Rod and Uncle DJ saw his interview on ESPN Um, I didn't catch it. Was anything substantial said?
Well, the thing is, he's just putting it out there of his intentions and why he's doing it. But he's not going to really pull out too many receipts until it gets a little further down the road because he doesn't really want to show his hand too quickly. But one of the main things that people are talking about now is that he got a text from Patriots head coach Bill Belichick congratulating him on getting the job for the New York Giants. So then Flores texts him back and says, "Coach, was this meant for me or meant for Brian Dable, who was another ex-Belichick guy who ended up getting the job?" So then Belichick texts him back and says, "Oh, my bad, I messed up. Sorry about that." So basically, Belichick was texting congratulations to a dude who he knew had gotten the job, but it was 3 days before Brian Flores was to interview with the Giants.
Wow.
Now, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something that you can put this shit on the calendar because this is the only time you ever hear this shit in history.
Okay,
I
go
can't
ahead.
stand Bill Belichick. I can't
Oh
stand Bill
shit!
Belichick.
God damn.
I can't stand him. No. Wait a minute. Pick your pencil back up, your pen back up. I haven't said what I'm gonna say yet. I'm
Oh,
prefacing
okay.
by saying I can't stand him, motherfucker. Hate him.
Okay.
But that's a smart motherfucker. And Brian Flores used to work for him, and I've never
Correct.
really heard of Belichick being a racist man. I do not think that this very smart individual did that shit by mistake. Sent that
I'm
text
kind of
by
thinking he
mistake.
kind of did it on purpose too.
I'm thinking he looked at it and said, both of them are named Brian. They fucking my boy Brian Flores over. I could easily say, oh, I made a mistake and send him a text to explain it to the league. Oh, I'm an old man. I saw Brian. I sent him the text by mistake. But I think he sent that text ahead of time to let Brian Flores know he was being fucked. And he played it off.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So,
I
I
kind of
think
thought
Bill
that too when I
Belichick did
first
that
saw it.
shit on purpose. So this
I've
is the only
never
time I will
thought
give
of.
Bill Belichick credit or some dap for doing some
No.
shit.
I see where you're going, but I don't see Bill Belichick, like you said, is a very smart man. But I also don't see him doing something that could come back and eventually bite him in the ass as well. So what does
Bill
he get to
Belichick.
gain?
Well, wait a minute, hold
What
on.
does he
First of
gain
all,
from this?
Bill Belichick is bulletproof. He's Hall of Fame, right? He can retire tomorrow and his shit is solidified. He don't need the money. He don't need the come up. His shit is solidified. He's untouchable. It's Bill Belichick. It's how many, Super Bowls Bill Belichick, you know,
Man, the Patriots been
it's Bill
cheating for 20
Belichick.
years, and
I
all
mean,
they
right.
got
You know what I'm saying?
was
Right. And he
they got
knows,
docked the draft
how to
pick and
do
got
dirt.
fined.
Man, he knows how to do dirt. He's untouchable. So that's why I say that there's nothing they can do to Bill Belichick. He's not fucking himself over. He's looking out for one of his boys that he taught, that he trained, that he mentored, and somebody that's getting fucked over. I mean, Brian Flores, Miami Dolphins, not only went 8 straight in the end of the season, they beat Bill Belichick's Patriots.
4
I think
times.
Bill Belichick respects the fuck out of him, and he did it on purpose to give him some ammunition against the league because it can't do shit to Bill.
I just never thought
Again,
of Bill
write that
Belichick
shit
as being
down
a
because it's the only
champion for the
time I'm gonna
black
give him
man.
credit.
And I
I don't
understand
see
that,
him
but
as
I
being a
don't.
champion. That's not a champion. That's just somebody respecting another person and saying, you know what, I'm gonna give this to him. This is a, what he does with it. What happens from here, it's totally up to him. But I'm gonna do this under the radar. I'm gonna send this like it's a mistake and see what happens. I mean, we talk about Bill Belichick, as far as his brilliance, as far as a coach, that means he's a good chess player. This was a chess move.
So,
He's
Rod,
not
do you agree
championing
with this particular sentiment?
I think that it's not totally out of the realm of possibility for many of the reasons
Hmm.
DJ outlined earlier. You know, Belichick's a very smart guy, and he knows, and like I was saying earlier, the Patriots been doing crazy stuff for 20 years, and really all they've gotten was a slap on the wrist in terms of a fine and like maybe get Doc the draft pick or two
Right.
and a
For
That's it.
suspension.
essentially cheating.
And that, yeah, and they're playing, you know, they're playing games with deflated balls and taping. They taped the Rams walkthrough before the Super Bowl, and Marshall Falk
Yeah.
still is salty about that, and I can't say that I blame him because he said there was no way that, you know, they said in that walkthrough was the first time they ran any of those plays ever, and the Patriots
Right.
knew what to do when the Rams tried to run them. So the only way they could do that was by taping the walkthrough. So essentially, they stole their first Super Bowl. So
Yeah, because
you
that
know,
Rams
but
offense, I mean, was one of the best of all time.
yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, it's the
Okay.
greatest show on turf.
So
Greatest show on
let me
turf.
let me let me play the devil's advocate or white man's advocate,
Of
as it may be.
course. Of course.
Uh,
Of course.
what could possibly positive toward the community of color come of this? I mean, does Brian think that he'll get a job now after this, or what is he trying to accomplish? Is it just trying to
I
shine a
think he's
Actually,
light
he
def-
on a
addressed that.
racist company that we knew was a racist company?
yeah,
No,
he
but he
definitely is
addressed that.
jeopardizing his career.
Right. And he addressed that. He said that, I know, I love coaching. I love the game. I love, everything about it. But, there comes a time where, those who come after me, if this benefits, if this stops this shit here, if this helps to create a lane, um, which is what the Rooney Rule was supposed to do, but they basically just use it as a check mark, like you said, like, we interviewed that motherfucker, that that checks that box. All right, let's go ahead and hire the white guy we was going to hire in the first place.
In the first
And
place,
it's
right?
funny. It's not funny, but it's maddening that we're dealing with this on so many different levels. We have Brian Flores and black coaches in the NFL. We've got I would be remiss if we didn't talk about the Supreme Court pick, just because it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna pick a black woman this time. Well, that's racist. Like, no, it's not, motherfucker. You had 108 white men, and there's never been a problem. This time, we're just saying, you know what? We're just gonna pick a black woman, But these motherfuckers talking about, oh, well, they're not gonna know anything more than how to do hair, like basically they're just discounting any qualified black woman out there just off the back. Like, she's not going to know shit. They're just picking her because she's black. She's not going to know a damn thing about the law. She's not going to be qualified, just because he said he's going to pick a black woman. These are the arguments that they're coming up with. I can't think of the exact words the dude used. Of course, Kennedy, Senator Kennedy from Louisiana, but it was akin to something like that. Like, it was something about what was it? I can't think of the exact quote, but basically he's like, all she's bringing is what was it? Did you guys see any of that? Not at all.
I didn't see
Senator
it.
Kennedy.
No, I didn't see
From
it. No.
Louisiana, Kennedy from
It's
Louisiana.
it's worth noting exactly what he said, because it was the most racist shit, and he said a lot of racist shit. This was
Oh, so this
this
was the
topped them
Trump
all.
card. This was the big joker of racist shit. Is that what it is?
Man, dude. Anybody that Biden chooses wouldn't know a law book from a J. Crew catalog. That's the exact
Holy
quote.
J. Crew,
shit!
huh?
Wouldn't know a
Good,
law book
legit,
from a
and
J.
right.
Crew
J.
At
Crew.
least they could have said Old Navy. J. Crew, huh?
Hey, I kind of like J.
Hey,
Crew
Uncle
clothes.
Percy.
Uncle Percy, what's good? Live from the booty
What's
shed.
happening?
What's going on, fellas? Sorry it took
Speaking.
so long. I was watching the Mandalorian. I was watching Boba Fett. Mandalorian, right?
No, you were right the first time.
Oh, it was
But
Mandalorian.
but
Oh,
but before.
we are gonna talk about that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
get back to where
All
we
right.
were. That's
All right.
next up.
Okay.
But yes, so
All right. About that
but
shit.
at the end of the day, I'm still watching Bears games illegally like a dumbass, and I'm still rooting for the NFL to be successful because I enjoy it. I mean, doesn't it come down
Oh
to
no,
if we
absolutely.
truly want change, we have to do something drastic? Doesn't it come down to us?
Well, this is
When it
what
comes down to
he's saying.
the
This is
bottom
what
line,
Brian Flores is doing, and another guy has jumped in on the lawsuit. Another brother has jumped in on the lawsuit just today.
Hugh Jackson,
Who?
right?
He
I know it was
did.
Jackson. Didn't know the first name.
Hugh Jackson, the former head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
There you
Right,
go.
right. Okay.
So if
Okay.
more and more jump in, they can make some hay out of it.
Okay, now this is where I saw Hugh Jackson on his Twitter page because he made a statement saying that he backed Brian Flores 100% and he can back up the claims that he made. Did you guys hear the claim about the owner of the Dolphins, Stephen Ross, wanted Flores to tank?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I was wondering
He wanted him to
if Uncle John heard that.
he wanted him to tank
I
games so
did.
that they could get a better draft pick.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
offered him 100
And I
grand a game.
believe Flores doesn't make that accusation without the receipt.
Right.
But
And Hugh Jackson said he was
okay.
offered
So
the same
again,
thing when he was in Cleveland.
Oh shit.
but let me ask you this: how does that effectively deal with racism? Isn't that just being a bad owner,
You
though?
know what you sound like. You know what you sound like right now.
What do I sound like?
You sound like that South African motherfucker from Lethal Weapon talking about but you black. That's your argument.
Wow.
Right.
Okay,
I mean, I'm playing the devil's advocate, the white man's advocate.
Stop
right
playing
now.
devil's advocate. Get on the team. Get on the program. Get on the train, man. Come on. Get on the soul train.
Okay, I'm
so
sorry. Roy's
yeah.
showing his
Oh
face now.
shit.
He wants to say something.
Oh
Yeah,
I'm
this
a
is
shit.
fucked up
look.
now.
I'm a lifelong
You
Dolphins
on
fan.
John's side, aren't you? You on John's side, ain't you?
No.
No, you
Cause
heard how he
Okay,
started.
good.
You heard how he
There you
started out,
go.
right? He started out
yeah.
with that fucked up shit.
Now it's a
I'm a
party.
lifelong Dolphins
Now
fan.
it's a party.
Look, New York. You can keep that to yourself right now, Mr. New York.
Oh shit!
Don't have the 305
Oh, black off.
and all that jump out now. We ain't gonna leave that. We gonna leave it alone.
Even Percy's dog had to come for this party. He's like, hey, getting good.
So here's the thing that I think that's gonna benefit what's happening with Brian Flores right now. One, I think he realizes that it's like a 90% chance that he won't get another job in the NFL unless somebody just wants to prove a point. Because dude came in and he gave us 2 winning seasons when we were hot garbage.
Yeah.
He didn't want Tua, and then when
And
he
they drafted
complained
him
about
anyway.
and they drafted him anyway, right? And he said it, and that was the whole issue with the thing. The point of the matter is when you start offering the teams money or offering these coaches money to tank, the issue that you run into that the coach, and I'm glad he didn't do it because that makes him look bad as a coach. There's absolutely
He's
nothing that's
affecting
going
the
to come out.
integrity of the game.
Yeah.
Well, first of
And
all,
he'd never
I'm
get a
about to say,
job
first of
anyway.
all, it's fucking fraud. It's illegal. It's some Pete Rose type shit. They've been talking about it on TV. It's like worse than Pete Rose. Like they're talking about the owner should be, he should lose his fucking ownership over that shit. You don't do that. Yeah, we see the T.
Don't teams in the NBA do that all the time? Tank games?
But see, here's the deal. There's one thing about doing it, and then there's another thing about sending an email telling the coach to do it.
and paying them for it.
So right,
and paying them for it.
I was talking to Brian. I was talking to Brian about this morning, and I said, "You've got to be kidding me."
Brian Flores? You talking to Brian Flores?
No, Brian Fulford. And I was saying,
sound like I got a direct line.
Hey man,
I'm like,
don't sleep on BN, baby. We got connections.
I'm like, how stupid would you have to be as an owner to send a text to a coach and say, "I will give you an additional $100,000 just so we lose games"? That's one of them.
See, I thought it was a meeting. I thought he met with him on a boat.
Oh,
no,
okay. I'm about to say either way it goes.
No, the boat thing was the Tom Brady thing, and he got up and walked out. Brian Flores was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be here for this."
In the days of Trump, you have to realize that these white billionaires that own these teams and stuff like that have that white privilege up the wazoo in their heads that they think they can do whatever the fuck. So I wouldn't put it past them to send a text saying, "Yeah, this is what I want you to do." Who's going to do something about it? Who's going to say something?
When you think about it, this is the same league where John Gruden felt that it was prudent to send an email laying out all of his sexist and racist views for the world to see, and not think he would be held accountable on that dumb shit. So yes, I agree with DJ with the dumb white privilege stuff. But I mean, tanking as sport is part of professional sports. I mean, to be very honest. But I get what you're saying. Yes,
I don't know.
It is.
I don't know what happens. Wait, hold up. I don't know what happens in the NBA, but it's not like, okay, you may know it happens, but it's not like it's just, like accepted. It may happen, but that doesn't mean it's accepted. That's just like stolen calls and shit in baseball, stolen signs in baseball. It's not supposed to happen.
They just
if you get caught,
you off that soapbox now? You off your high horse now?
Motherfuckers cheating.
I mean, it's the plot for fucking Major League.
Everybody does this shit. Everybody, if you don't have a good team.
Hey man,
if you don't have a good team,
it's like when you play any game on the Xbox or the PlayStation, and some crazy shit happens in your game, and you get killed or you lose the game or whatever. What do you always say? This damn game be cheating, right? That's what you always say.
And then you go online and get the shit going.
That's what sore losers say.
Yes.
Cheating ass game.
Professional sports are full of sore ass losers. That is the majority of professional sports, because none of these everybody can win. So the motherfuckers who don't win are trying to cheat so that they can win.
Okay.
But nobody cares.
Before we go down that rabbit hole, I just want to point out that when we started the show, we had 4 people, and we have a quarter of that since we've gone down the sports hole. I think they're looking for the nerd shit. I'm just saying.
All right.
Okay.
Off sports.
Well,
on to the nerd shit.
Like sports.
Let's go,
nerds
John.
can like sports too. But before we go further down the sports rabbit hole where no one wants to listen to us, the book of Boba Fett. Now, I can honestly say, without fear of retribution, that Boba Fett was an average show at best until mid-season it turned into The Mandalorian. And now it's fantastic. This is great TV. I didn't realize, look here, I didn't realize how good The Mandalorian was until how the Boba Fett came on. I was just like, oh, this is some bullshit. What is this about?
First of all, wait a minute. How the fuck did they figure we were gonna like Boba Fett? Like, he was the most hated, or one of the most hated motherfuckers in Star Wars lore. We thought he was a badass villain, but he's still a fucking villain.
Well, he's not now. He doesn't want to rule
he's not
with
now.
fear.
No,
he wants to
he's
rule
altruistic.
with respect.
He just wants to run the fucking town. That's all.
Right, essentially, with Ming-Na Wen as his non-sexual partner. Nigga, what?
Oh man.
So
nigga, what? Nigga, who?
Oh my
You
god!
gonna tell me? You gonna tell me you got Ming Na next to you all the time, and you ain't
Man,
gonna every while give me
man,
now you
listen.
gotta be like, hey baby, what's up?
Ming Na win right now.
Yes, yes.
baby.
And she's got to be like
Right now.
70 years old because she's been at
God
this for a
damn.
minute.
She is
She's only
not.
55.
She's in her
So
50s.
She's 55.
She is
so
not Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, she's
so
55.
anyway, so like, so please tell me because I'm not as well versed in Star Wars lore as some of our other people on the show, but
Are
this
you kidding
episode
me?
truly was. Okay,
Hey man,
all right.
I don't know if you need that because you don't
You
really
gotta-
advertise on this show.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. How? Wait a minute. Are you gonna have somebody like walk that sign in front of us at the NerdCon and shit?
right, right.
No, I just
And
may
it's
have to
like,
put
hey,
y'all upstairs with the adult content.
Oh, you damn sure gonna have to put us
yeah,
upstairs.
yeah.
No, like
Man,
seriously, we
Because
have
you
it. We
know
have it. We
what?
have an upstairs area for adult content.
Gonna
That's
be
what
old
we gonna
nerd
have to
Rated
after
be.
R,
dark.
under 17, not admitted without parent.
Not
No,
admitted.
not
without
admitted.
parent.
Period.
There you go. That works too.
So, okay. So, as I was saying, I'm not as well versed in Star Wars lore, but these past two episodes were clearly Mandalorian episodes. And I look at Jon Favreau, I respect him even more now as an artist because I think he was going, as he was writing these episodes, because he's written every one with his writing partner. I think he was going through these episodes. He was
Right.
like, you know what? This is some bullshit. Let's throw in some Mandalorian just for the fuck of it. And this shut up. So I mean, y'all take over. What where are we going with this? What is we got to see Gorgu or Grogu or Gorgon or
Oh,
the
Grogu is in this. I
Gargantuan
haven't
or
seen
whatever
the
that
episode yet.
motherfucker's name.
Oh,
So,
you ever
you
seen
about
it?
to
Oh,
Dude.
you know
I mean,
what?
no.
You
Y'all
got
can
wait a
still
minute.
talk
You
about.
got
No, y'all can still
hold up.
talk about it. I'm good. Spoilers
You
don't
got
mean nothing
you
to
About to
me.
got
spoil the hell out of
R2.
this.
Oh, you know Milk is chilling, bro. Milk is
Yeah,
chilling.
no. I don't
Yeah,
mind
yeah.
We got
spoilers.
we got R2D2. We got Luke Skywalker, a convincingly looking young Luke Skywalker.
Okay, so here's the
The
first thing.
CGI is off the chain.
Since you mentioned that, here's the first thing I want to say. Have you seen the
Oh.
mock-up of Sebastian Stan as Luke Skywalker?
Yes.
No.
Who the hell is that?
That's the Winter
Sebastian
Soldier.
Stan is the Winter
The
Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Dude.
Mm.
Yeah, they
Okay.
need
Catch
to
up,
stop doing
DJ.
CGI and they need to go ahead and bring your boy in. But here's the deal.
And just bring him in. Okay.
Favreau has already stated that they're trying to be, I guess they're trying to be somewhat cordial with her, somewhat, um, you know,
Her.
yeah, the woman that did them last three movies, who we name shall not
Oh,
be
okay,
mentioned.
Kathleen Kennedy.
That one that we're not going to mention. They're still letting her. They're still getting her money, so she's still executive producing. She kicking in on the stuff. They've already said they are going to rewrite the entire history, and that's what they're doing. That all that stuff that she did is going to be gone, and that's why they had to go back. Yeah, they had to go back to the end of Return of the Jedi in order to do the reboot. Because that's actually what people wanted to see. People wanted to see what the hell happened in between that time period. We didn't want to get there and see somebody. First off, we on this one planet. Everybody think, why are we on Tatooine again? And then we on some other little piece of dirt rock that looked just like Tatooine. I'm just like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, all she did was redo the three movies with bad storylines. The first three movies with bad stories.
Trilogy.
Yeah, I thought that this was horrible. and Favreau and them, they gave them the reins like, please fix this. And they have come in, and he is literally doing it and doing something that everybody I think wanted to see. Between the I think the only thing that was more wanted to be seen than what the actual Mandalorian / clone people are is when they were talking about the Knights of the New Republic, when it was literally the Jedi and the Sith, like these epic ass lightsaber battles and stuff with hundreds of people running around. That's the only thing that people who were following the canon probably wanted to see more.
Well, I mean, you figure it
Okay.
this way. You know, Luke Skywalker comes back for a short period of time, you know, to do the finale. And then after that, after he's like the baddest motherfucker, you know, in the universe, that's it. We don't get to see him do any, you know, like we don't get to see him in his prime. The next time we see him, he's an old bitter ass motherfucker on some planet being a hermit, like, you know, Obi-Wan and shit, you know, talking about that's not me anymore. Fuck that. And then we get the tall, you know, goth motherfucker playing a dude who kills his own father and shit, but not in a good way.
Yeah,
If that makes any sense.
It's just bad, man. That whole thing that they did is bad because, like I say, you don't. I think it was the books, a lot of the Star Wars books that they did, where because he rebuilt the Jedi Order. It wasn't like it was a thing. He literally rebuilt the Jedi Order, meaning that if he rebuilt the Jedi Order, somewhere somebody was
right
gonna.
There. Wait a minute, stop right there. Stop right there. You got to see the Boba Fett. I'm sorry, the Mandalorian. The Boba Fett / Mandalorian episode. John, you saw the episode, right?
Go ahead and tell me.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir,
watch
I
it.
did.
I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it tonight anyway when we get done. So I'm gonna see.
Well, it stops.
You know
it stops at a. It stops at a. It stops at a. Hold on. It stops at a cliffhanger. Grogu may be Luke Skywalker's first
Padawan.
student
Pupil.
in his new his Padawan in his new academy. So this is Return of the Jedi Luke that is now, you know, gonna have Grogu as his first student, his first Padawan.
Well, it's about
to make what you just said, rebuilding the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say, Percy?
Because now you know what's going to happen. The next episode of Boba Fett has nothing to do with Mandalorian. So we're probably going to have to wait when Mandalorian comes out.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. We have to wait, right, until the Mandalorian. Right. That's just a setup. It's just a setup. Right.
Because that's what he did in Mandalorian instead of Boba Fett.
Yeah, because so even in the show, he asked Rosario Dawson, will I see you again? And what did she say? I hope so, or some shit like that. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
So she's gone from the show. Like, you know, she's not gonna be on the rest of the show.
Well, she's gonna have her own spinoff show coming.
Yep.
Yeah. So
there's gonna be like
have
10 different Star Wars shows coming out.
Ooh,
okay. So now that Roy, I want to ask. We gotta have a like 10-second snippet of Gus saying milk is chilling when we start these segments. So you know,
hell yeah, we need a clip.
Milk is chilling.
We need a clip.
Go away.
I go pull it from one of the old ones.
Damn, just say
Lord.
10 seconds. That's a long time, bro.
Is it 10 seconds? Is it a long time? 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's a long time. I think it only takes about 2 seconds to say milk is chilling.
We don't want 10 seconds of Gus, just 2. That's what she said. So.
Oh damn! I didn't say that, Gus. Gus, I didn't say that.
Where do we see? Because Percy and DJ Rod, have you seen it yet?
Yes, I have, and there was a very nice appearance by a well-known character at the end.
Right now, I don't know who that is. Who is that? Who is that guy?
I'm not gonna spoil it.
What was this?
He was a character from Clone Wars.
No, what are we talking about now?
At the end of the episode of Book of Boba Fett.
The shooter.
The guy who shot the sheriff.
Yeah.
And he shot the deputy.
He did. Shot the hell out of both of them.
Man, listen.
So Rod,
but the sheriff is still alive. Timothy Oliphant is still alive.
He wasn't supposed to shoot the deputy. He just supposed to shoot the sheriff.
Right.
But who's the guy who shot him?
Milk is chilling.
That's the dude. Right. Milk is chilling. Milk
Is that the
damn chilling.
so listen, he's doing all this stuff. It's the guy that actually had Boba Fett's stuff that what's his name got from him. His armor, right?
What?
The Marshal.
This is Grumpy Old Nerds. They're talking about the what you call it. Yeah, the
No,
Marshal guy.
No, remember
The Marshal had Boba Fett.
Remember the
right. That's what I thought. Oh, that's not who you're talking about.
Wasn't it?
Marshal got
Wasn't it
killed.
like an animated?
Oh, he
wasn't
did?
it like a what was the animated series? What was the animated series?
That's what they.
Clone Wars? Clone Wars?
Yeah,
Or
Not
Rebel?
Clone Wars. Rebel. He was in
It was
Rebel.
Clone Wars?
Oh, okay. My
No.
bad. I'm thinking the wrong show. Yeah,
No.
you did say that.
He was in Clone
He was
Wars
in
before
the.
Rebels.
He was in the. He was in Rebel, but he was in Rebels.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I'm talking to y'all. I'm gonna look this shit up my damn self. Talking
I
to
didn't
y'all
see
is
Clone
like
Bane.
you
Wars,
give me a
but he
headache.
was in Rebel. I saw Rebel.
It's a bounty hunter named Cad Bane.
Right.
Thank
There you go. There you go.
That's all
He's
you
a
if you'd have
bad
just said that in the first
He's a
place.
bad mother. Shut
We
your
wouldn't have
mouth.
spent 10 seconds dealing with this shit. Yeah,
I'm
thank you.
trying not to spoil it for the people at
So-
home, the 5 people watching.
And whoever's watching this, you know that they either want to be spoiled or they've seen the episode already, or too damn bad. So
Exactly.
okay, so
Exactly.
what is his history? Because he came in like a badass, and he
He's a
scared
bounty
the shit
hunter.
out of me. And this is Star Wars.
Man, he's all that.
He's a bounty hunter, so he was hired by the syndicate to take out the or give the warning or take out the marshal.
Right.
So is everybody in Star Wars a damn bounty hunter? I guess that's the #1 profession in the Star Wars universe. You kill people for money.
I mean,
So where'd the
did a lot
black
of
Wookiee
stuff.
come from?
or you're a smuggler.
He from the South Side?
There's under.
Right. So the
Wookiee from
Wookiee
the-
from the South Side, where'd he come from?
Wookiee
I
from
don't know. He's a new character to me, so this is my first time seeing him.
Okay.
Yeah, they had black.
They
Well,
realized how
they had black Wookiees, but we just didn't when they got into the
Man, dude,
the original
that's
ones.
a bad one. Yeah, that's a.
I mean, not
That's
the
an
original
angry
ones, but the
motherfucker.
prequels. Yeah, when they did the prequels, they
I
had
love
the
it.
Wookiees being different colors.
I love it. That means
Really?
that Chewbacca was Puerto Rican. That's why his name was Chewie.
Good night, everybody.
He's a brown Wookiee. We got us a black Wookiee.
The hell. The hell. He didn't.
So, yeah,
Chewbacca
Book of Boba
didn't
Fett.
make it through the middle passage.
Right.
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 Jesus Christ. So we all can agree that Boba Fett sucked, but now that it's turned into the Mandalorian,
No. You
worth
said
the
it
demon
sucked.
now.
You
It was
said
it was
sucked.
an interesting
I
choice
said-
to me. I didn't expect them to do something like that. When I first saw the Mandalorian and the whole episode had the Mandalorian in it, I was like, okay, this is different. I wasn't expecting that, so I'm kind of curious to see where it goes.
I just said that Boba Fett was a villain, and now they're trying to get me to like his ass, and I'm working on it. But when he brought in Ming now Wen, I'm like, okay, you're helping. That's helping.
I guess what's not upsetting me, but what really kind of turns me off from Boba Fett, the Mandalorian gets a lot of traction with very little dialogue. And Boba Fett, as a character who we never heard speak in the original trilogy, now he speaks in fucking paragraphs. And he talks incessantly. And actually, I read that the actor who plays Boba Fett has even said, hey, there's too much damn dialogue. This character doesn't talk this much. Isn't this against type?
Too much
to have
talking,
him
not
all this
enough
damn
shooting.
exposition?
Right. And the other thing is, okay, I like the fact that this is after he got swallowed up and left for dead and was being digested slowly and shit. That probably makes a motherfucker think. So okay, he can redeem himself. I get that, but the mod episode with the fucking teenagers, the millennials on
That
bikes and
was
shit.
so bad. It was so
That was so
bad.
terrible. That was terrible.
That episode, that was a low point. That was a low point. I mean, like for real. Did they say, you know what? Let's get this dumb shit out the way because we know when the Mandalorian comes along, that shit's gonna be fantastic.
Listen, I still say, like I say all the time when this first came out, how do you go from the baddest man in the universe, one of the most feared men in the universe, to this?
Right.
Where
Right.
people are not
I
even.
mean, he got to
like,
get up. He got to get
people
out
are
that tank
disrespecting
at
you.
least 3 times to go pee. Unless, of course, you could just pee in the tank and it just goes, where it
Percy, we
goes.
can't hear you. I think Percy's trying to say something. We can't hear him.
You hear me now?
He's just cracking up.
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah.
So I think that's the whole point behind it. When about showing Boba Fett being slow and getting beat up and stuff, there's a point behind it because even with the Mandalorian, he looked kind of tired and he was missing a couple of steps in that. Not this episode, but the previous episode when he was fighting no boy.
Oh, the fight.
So it's it's something going on with both of them.
Well, I mean, part of that was he was learning how to fight with that saber. Who?
Is that the prison call? Somebody calling you?
Damn. You getting some money on your account? Is that? I mean, if you want to throw your Cash App up on the screen and shit,
Extra ramen noodles for this week.
With the big seasoning packs. I don't know if that's a thing or not. I just know that when I used to eat ramen noodles, I always wanted more seasonings.
You can't do that and then just throw out like, well, I don't know if that's a thing. You know that's a thing.
Wait, they got big seasoning packs for ramen noodles?
Hey man, we used to add our own seasoning. This come on now. We didn't just go with the seasoning packet. We threw some seasoning, salt, some
paprika,
black pepper,
all that, homie.
Paprika, all that shit.
So
to
tie this all together, the Boba Fett was just some old raggedy, nasty noodles until the Mandalorian added that seasoning to it, and now it's much more palatable. That's why I'm the host of this motherfucking show.
Well, they added Ming-Na Wen, Rosario Dawson, But I will say, Milk is chilling. We need that clip because I was pissed as fuck at the end of the episode because why the fuck can't he have both? How you gonna make him choose like that? Luke is being an asshole.
Because Luke is a true master of the Force, and he's trying to tell him, look, you have to, if you really want to be a Jedi Master, you're going to have to dedicate your life to this and tell Mando to go away.
Mando went away. He just left a little present. Just in case a motherfucker want to stab my ass, I'm good, Until I get better at the Force,
But do Jedi need armor? What'd you say, Percy?
No, they said they have a strong bond. They kept saying that over and over again in the show. They have a strong bond. Wherever and neither one of them don't know what to do about it. So that's why I think that was the whole thing. And like which one he's going to decide. I think he's going to do both. I think he's going to learn the Jedi and go help the Mandalorian in the next series.
So here's my thought on this whole process. Hold on, John, before you say something, because I think this is where the issue is. We've seen it in both the first set of the original movies and in the prequels, that the problem that they're having is the whole balance thing with the Force and the Jedi. And now that was the one thing I thought that they did do okay in the last set of movies, is that they talked about how the dogmatic, rigid view of the Jedi were really just as responsible for all of the dumb stuff that happened than the Sith were. Because you can't have you can't have any attachments. Oh, you can't love anybody. You can't this. That's just stupid as hell. We're all human. They're human beings.
That leads to the dark side. Yeah,
that's just dumb. You know, and so I think that's where they should be trying to take this to show that there can be balance in the force and all that kind of stuff. So,
If somebody does tell the
Oh,
Catholic
well,
Church
all
that,
right.
then
say again, Percy.
I said somebody better tell that to the Roman Catholic Church.
See,
I'm
and
about to
this is
say
what
it's
we
the
do not
motherfuckers
want the
talking
Jedi
about
Order
teaching
be.
abstinence, talking about teaching abstinence and shit. You know, like you can't, you can't do, just a tip. You can't just,
Roy, you better,
So,
Roy, you better put that sign
so
back up.
before we go any further down that rabbit hole, or down
Thank
any
you.
hole that DJ is talking about, Peacemaker, or maybe that's kind of the same
oh
hole.
fuck that, I'm out of
Peacemaker.
this shit. I'm not watching that bullshit.
Oh, come on, DJ, you're not watching Peacemaker?
Really, that's surprising.
Hell no, he was the bad guy in the fucking Suicide Squad and shit. He was the fucking asshole, the
Have you
evil
seen?
guy. He does the dirt,
Have you seen the
and that's
episode?
who they decided
Have
to
you seen
make
the
the fucking
episode?
spinoff.
Have you seen the episode? Have you seen the episode? Have you seen an episode?
Really?
Have you seen an episode? Have you seen an episode? You've got 4 in here who watch Peacemaker and enjoy
Oh, I'm sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. Let me do it Chef Aquarius style.
Right. There you go. You got to have the hand behind it. But so you mean to tell me 4 of your brothers who are sitting here watch the show and enjoy it, and you still won't watch it?
I didn't say I enjoyed it.
Dude, on GP. See, there you go. Thank you. Just
These
on GP, I don't want to see that shit.
Okay, so
Roy
and Rod.
James Holden's call. I understand, but I don't need to watch the show to see why he became a bad guy, James Otis Hall.
What'd you say, Percy?
I said, so you upset with me because I don't really like the show, just like you don't like WandaVision?
Right.
Here we go.
I just threw my pen at the computer.
All right, so Peacemaker.
Percy, you've seen the show. Right. So, Percy, you watched the show but don't like it.
I've watched the show, and I'm sitting here, and every time I say, why the fuck I'm sitting here watching the show? Why am I watching this bullshit?
That shouldn't be the response you have after it's over with.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Why the fuck am I watching this show?
Why the fuck am I watching this bullshit?
Well, I'm going to talk to this side of the screen now because this side is whack. So, Peacemaker.
Go ahead, Roy.
1983 all over again.
Oh, Roy was about to say something. Go ahead, Roy.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Not sure. I said it's whack. You said it's whack. I'm sorry. 1987 Grumpy Old Nerd is whack. That's whack.
I'm a grumpy old nerd.
Okay, my bad.
I'm
my bad.
Use words like
right.
whack. No, I refuse to say the bomb. I will not do that.
Oh God.
Okay.
So
yes, go ahead, Rod.
The most recent episode, this last episode, it was kind of cool because they kind of brought some other things out about Vigilante and about I forgot the young lady's name, but the one that's Amanda Waller's daughter.
Right. I know you're talking about.
But and
Tasty.
Yeah, and that's not her name in that show.
I give a damn. I'm an old black man. You are forever linked to the role that I associated you with in the first place. Kim Fields will forever be Tootie, and this young lady will forever be Tasty. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Damn.
So you find out a little bit more about the aliens, and you find out really how widespread the butterfly epidemic is.
Right.
They find one of the factories where they make the food for the butterflies. And there's a big battle of course that ensues. A lot of people getting shot and blown up. That was a really good scene. And you also find out, you see that, what is her name? Harcourt?
Yeah,
the white
Harcourt,
agent.
the white girl.
Yeah, Harcourt begins to kind of soften up a little bit, and she makes a group chat for the group. So she's kind of turning the corner, and you get a little cliffhanger at the end also because I'm not gonna call her Tasty. Amanda Waller's daughter
But you want to.
finds out
Go ahead.
that that their squad leader or their
Mern.
leader is actually a
Mern.
butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was the
if
spoiler at the end of the last episode.
yeah, right, right.
And
So I
again,
but I think
how the
what's
fuck
gonna
am I watching
eventually
this show?
okay. So
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
the
You got
the point is
a black wife, you got a black daughter, and you can't even call the woman at least Regine. Fucking Tootie? Are you kidding me?
the first role that I associated with the person is the role that they will forever be. She wasn't Regine before she was Tootie. She'll be Tootie for the rest of her natural black life. She will be 90 years old if I ever meet this woman. I'll be, ooh,
that makes
Tootie.
you,
How you doing,
kind of
baby?
R. Kelly. You know that makes you kind of R. Kelly creepy. You know that, right?
Okay, I haven't
No,
seen
that
it,
wouldn't be.
but
Listen,
fair enough.
I'm gonna work. I'm gonna rock with you on this one, John. I mean, we were in her same age group when she
Thank
was
you.
Tootie. What are you talking
Thank
about?
you.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
And
I got
Regine,
older and she was Regine.
and then the
She's
problem, yeah,
Regine.
Regine was too bougie. So,
Well, she was damn too
James
bougie,
Lawrence
but
Hall
at least
says
she was
when
an
the white
adult. At
dragon is
least
your
she was
dad.
of age. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, at least she was
look,
of age.
Tootie was of age when I was watching Tootie.
Whoa,
I
whoa!
would
Wait a
like
minute
to
now. Wait
acknowledge.
a minute.
I don't know about that. I would like to acknowledge James Otis Hall III. Pigtails and roller skates. That's how Kim Fields will forever be pictured in my heart. I give a damn. And
Oh my
I know Uncle
god! Oh
Percy
my god!
has a unfavorable experience with her. I'm sorry, brother, but I love me some Kim Fields. Didn't
Okay,
you
so
didn't she ride in your limo when you were at the
I'm
limo
sorry.
service?
I'm sorry. Are you gonna
Hold on, hold on,
keep
hold on,
thinking
hold on.
about the little girl?
Percy, tell us. Hold on, Percy, tell us the story.
So when I had my limousine business, Kim Fields was one of my clients. She was in Chicago for a play with Garrett Morrison, and I had to
And
drive
you
her
didn't tell me?
around. What?
Man, listen. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
So she was at first she was cool as hell and stuff. She never wanted to sit in the back. She wanted to get in the front.
Oh, sucker, nah. Oh, I'm sorry.
She didn't want to. In fact, she didn't want a limousine, so we had to switch to a sedan. So she sat up front. But she got too comfortable, start passing gas and shit. I was like, oh, okay.
Start doing what? Passing gas.
Tootie farted in your car.
Tootie is tooting. Tootie tooting.
Wait.
Man, what the hell is going on right now?
Milk is chilling. It's spoiled milk. It's spoiled.
Wait.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
boy.
Something wrong with y'all. Something wrong with y'all.
Well, when a woman's that comfortable, you should have got you some at least.
Oh no! Don't do that. You're gonna get that man in trouble, bro. Don't do that.
I had
to. I'm saying I don't know when he had his limo business. I don't know if he was married at the time. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
very.
I don't know that man like that.
So, okay. Well, Percy, thank you for that short interlude. I think I can say in full confidence that we need to stop going down that particular rabbit hole. 3 of the nerds like Peacemaker, 2 of them don't. Ignore that side of the story.
Wait. Wait,
Wow.
Rod turned off his camera because he was crying. He was trying to wipe his eyes. They still look at they puffy as shit. They all puffy and shit. That motherfucker was crying.
I would just like
Something
to
wrong,
explain
man.
to our audience that I deal with this shit every week, and I hope you all appreciate the torture that I'm put through dealing with this shit. Okay, so
Why you got the
Hey,
puffy
John, I
finger?
got something random that I want to ask you about.
oh sure, why not?
Have you
Just like that.
all seen this? It says breaking news: Sticky Fingers will
Oh
return
wow.
as Blade in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
What?
Only if Wesley Snipes does too. Only if
Okay.
because if we have to see Sticky
What about
Fingers and
Mahershala?
not get to see Wesley Snipes, then that would be bullshit. It
You
would
don't
be
have all
interesting
three?
bullshit, but bullshit nonetheless.
Sticky Fingers,
Oh, like all
Wesley Snipes, and Mahershala?
Now that would be cool.
Yeah,
It's
that
been
would be
done
kind of
already,
dope.
but that
it
would be
would.
cool.
That
It
would be
It
dope.
would.
has. Oh, you mean the Spider-Man movie?
I'm
Yeah.
saying no, no,
Right.
no. The Doctor Strange.
Right, but I'm saying it was done before with the Spider-Man movie. But yeah, the 3 different
I haven't
Spider-Mans.
seen it yet. Oh,
Okay. Sorry, spoiler.
hey man, I gotta go out to see it. I still got my AMC membership though that I'm paying for that I haven't used yet.
This would be something good
Hey
to
man.
use it for.
Listen,
Yeah,
man, go
probably
to the
so.
movies in the middle of the day. There's nobody there.
That's true.
Okay,
You have to
okay,
understand
so Roy,
the way my apartment is set up. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, let's go
Okay.
to the Halo trailer, please, because we are so far down this
Yes.
rabbit hole right
Let's
now.
get to my portion of the show. Thank you.
All right, got it up here for you already.
You. Humanity's best weapon. Master Chief, huh?
Yes, sir.
The Master Chief was enhanced and trained for one purpose. To win this war. He and the other Spartans are our only effective weapons against the Covenant. He is lethal, upgradable, and most importantly, controllable.
Covenant forces appear to be excavating some kind of object. When I touched the object, I felt something. I felt different. What they did to us makes you numb.
And you just decided to help me. Why would a Spartan do that?
What does one do with a superhuman you're not sure you can trust?
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Master Chief recovered something.
Sacred ring. Halo.
Humans. Surrender to the Covenant.
Cortana, I'm gonna need you now. Find the Halo. Win the war.
Okay. If I may.
So I can honestly
If I may.
say, oh,
Hold on, hold on.
let me
Hold
say
on.
this. Let me say this real
Go ahead.
quick.
Get yours out. Go ahead.
I know nothing about Halo. I come in this with a blank slate, and it looks like The Mandalorian to me. So DJ convinced me why I should watch this.
All right.
Okay. Me. All right, so here's the deal. You know where you were when Star Wars came out, right? I say this
Right.
because it changed the game. You know, when those words came up on the screen and that fucking starship, was chasing the little ship, everybody knows where they were. It changed the game. I have been a gamer since the day before there were graphics, when it was text adventures, when you would type in on a computer, a DOS computer with just a blinking fucking cursor, and it would say you're in a room with this, and what do you do, and pick up rock, look this way, go that way, blah blah blah. And then graphics came in; they were just basically still shots that moved. Fast forward in 2001, I had a little money, and I was gonna buy a PlayStation 2, like all my buddies had, a PlayStation or whatever. And there was a choice between the PlayStation 2 and the new Xbox. The new Xbox was being released. And I decided, wake up, motherfucker. I decided to go with the Xbox because of not only a role playing game called Elder Scrolls, but also because of this new game called Halo. Halo was monumental, changed the game. I mean, all the people that you see nowadays that are playing online, multiplayer, Call of Duty, Battlefield, all of that stuff, Halo like took that to the umpteenth degree. It's now celebrating, last year was celebrating its 20th, anniversary. All the video game movies that you've seen before, Mortal Kombat, Tomb Raider, um, you know, the Mario Brothers or whatever, all this bullshit that came out before. I mean, Tomb Raider was good. Um, it encompassed, pretty much the video game. Doom, DOOM, was bullshit. It was based on a video game, but they didn't even try to do it right. This right here with the with the way the graphics are now, with the technology now, and obviously they put some work into this. You will be pleasantly surprised. Not probably having ever played the game, right?
Correct.
Grumpy old dirt. Okay. As a fan, as a Halo player for the last 20 years from day one, this is going to take it to a whole nother level. There are two other series that I'm waiting to come out like this. But let me just put it this way: The Witcher. You watch The Witcher? You like The Witcher?
Haven't seen it.
Really?
Okay. The Witcher is based on a video game, one of the best ever, and they did a phenomenal job with it. Which, when we were talking about the dude, the Henry Cavill, right? And why he would
Right.
step away from doing Superman is because now he's doing The Witcher, and The Witcher is on that level. It is, video game based, and now it is this Netflix series, which is highly acclaimed, which is true to the source material, and it is fucking phenomenal. It's like books, Game of Thrones to the movie. I mean, the series adaptation. It is Halo is going to be on that level. Wait for it. You're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Okay. Is it? Does it look faithful to the video game from the trailer we saw?
It does. Absolutely.
Okay. Cool. I mean, is DJ the only one truly excited about this? Because I was really worried about that seat he's sitting in as he was describing all of this to us. Uh, are we all excited about
It's
this,
wet.
or
The seat is wet, baby. I'm sorry, it's wet.
I'm excited to see it because I know there's a lot of storyline, there's a lot of lore behind Halo. They've made several sequels to the original game, and it was like one of the first
Yep.
major first-person shooters that did really well in terms of overall sales. So, and they created a whole universe and a whole storyline behind it. So I don't know how deep they'll get into it in that first season, but I'm really excited to see what's going to happen because, as DJ mentioned earlier, everything looks pretty much video game accurate. Yep, down to
Okay.
Cortana, except Cortana's skin was white and not just like flesh colored.
Right.
So that was a little weird. That was a little weird looking, but other than that, everything looks pretty much like the game.
Actually,
So
I
I'm
would give
excited to see
kudos
it.
to. Actually, I give kudos to Paramount Plus because they're. I think they're going. The past couple of shows they've been doing has been pretty nice. And they got the new trailer for the new Star Trek. They're really kind of knocking
Right.
out the box, especially with the Star Trek series that's coming out. So
right. For them to
kudos
get
to
Halo
them.
means that Paramount Plus may be the go-to for sci-fi.
Yeah.
They're going to be competing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a bold statement.
Well,
it is.
Yeah, that really is. Now, but Paramount, there's like 20 different Star Trek shows out right now, right?
I think there are 4, and there's another one coming out.
Right.
I'm sorry. I was about to go into
Are-
my Pulp Fiction and shit when he said that's a bold statement. About to go into but I didn't want to use the N-word again because of his sponsors and shit. So I figured I'd leave the Pulp Fiction reference alone.
We need to have that disclaimer like right around here somewhere.
It was gonna come up, so that's why I dropped it. I left it alone.
It needs to always run. Yeah. Okay. Wow. You know what? That was actually a coherent segment. I have to say, this was probably the easiest part of this show to follow so far. I doubt it'll continue. Ozark. I love. Okay, so if anybody who knows me knows that I'm not really a big fan of the whole crime drama thing, but Ozark is captivating to me. Ozark, I don't know, and I think a lot of it has to do with Jason Bateman because he is the king of the quiet asshole.
Man.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. And I love the show and the fact that they ended it this first half of the last season the way that they did. Ozark is phenomenal. So does anybody else watch Ozark as well?
Yes.
I do not watch it. I've heard about it, so I'm gonna have to start getting into it. I guess.
God.
Yeah, a few people have been talking about it.
All that, brother. I'll put it this way: take Sopranos, The Wire. What's the motorcycle riders? The
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy, The Shield, and just take the whitest white man you can think of. Okay, Breaking Bad, and then put them in Missouri, in the backwoods and shit, this white man, and have him deal with all of those, elements. And Jason Bateman, somebody said today, they had a meme. They were like, oh my God, I wish I had Jason Bateman's composure in all these, fucking, moments of like trauma and stress and shit that's going on around him. And he has that Jason Bateman chill. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I mean, shit's going on around him. Shit's blowing up. People are going off. And Jason Bateman has that same.
Especially when Laura Linney, who plays his wife, is going ham on somebody, and Jason Bateman's
going
like,
ham.
"Well, now hold on, let's
hold
talk
on
about
now.
this." And she's just like, "I will pull out your eyes through your nostrils, and I will hang you from a tree by your toenails." And Jason Bateman will sit back and be like, "Okay, honey, now that's an option, but let's explore some other things that may be going on."
Let's think about it. So basically,
and
it's
the way
it's
they
the
play off each
Moran.
other, yeah.
Wait a minute. Basically, it's the Morans. Connie's going the fuck off, and John's like, well, wait a minute now, baby. Wait a minute.
dude actually ducked. He tried to hide behind his computer screen. Did you see that?
So we go.
Wow.
We go. So Roy, Roy. I'm assuming that you haven't seen it.
It was something I've been getting like Rod. I've been getting a lot of people talking about it, but I've never actually watched the show.
Man, it's off the chain.
Percy, you never
It's
seen it?
off the chain.
Never watched it. Sorry.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it
god.
actually, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's a show that it sneaks up on you. Like I started watching it just because of Jason Bateman, and I'm like, okay, he's a pretty solid actor, and I've never seen him in a role like this. But man, he takes this role and he runs with it. And when I tell you, DJ is correct. He has that, when everything is just going to shit around him, he literally is like, well, now hold on, we might be able to, I still think that we might be able to, just hold on a second. Somebody's got a gun to his head about to shoot him. He's like, well, you could shoot me. That could solve your problem, but I could actually help you solve your problem and make you some money. So he's got a real that I hate to say it like this, but that
This
white man
episode where
demeanor
he's got
who feels that he can
brains,
talk his way out of everything.
that have just been freshly blown on his face, and he's standing there like this, like, okay, all right, well,
Yeah, yeah.
that was one way we could go. Okay, all right,
Right.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, Legend of Vox Machina. Is anybody else watching this?
Who?
Besides me and Rod?
I just saw the first episode.
Oh, did you? What'd you think?
Legend of Vox Machina.
So I guess it's what the Lord of the Rings and the Garden of the Galaxy with a little what's the goddamn movie Peacemaker. What's that?
Okay.
Where Peacemaker from?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. I guess that's all. That's basically what it is. But I kind of liked it.
It's an animated adaptation of a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that was being live streamed on the internet on a show called Critical Role, and all of the people who were playing the characters in the game were all voice actors. So it was a really huge hit, mostly because of the pandemic. Everybody was home, so they needed content to watch. So that's how it got really big. So what they did was they curated a Kickstarter or some type of fundraiser to create an animated version of their adventures. And they ended up getting millions of dollars for it because people wanted to see it that much. So they went to Amazon with the concept, they got it greenlit, and the result is, what you see now. So you have, it's definitely 18 plus because it's got cussing, nudity, all kinds of stuff in it. A lot of violence. But the story is really, really good. They have the first 3 episodes on Prime right now up, and the new episodes come out every Friday, I believe.
Okay, I'll
have to check that out.
Yeah, I just happened to watch it, and everything that Percy said was true. It's a combination. I mean, any time you have a show with a bunch of misfit travelers banded together to try and right wrongs or whatever, it's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy or compared to that. But I think what makes this different, what kept my attention, was that the world building was pretty solid, and I was interested to see enough of the characters were teased where I wanted to see where it was going, and the premise of the dragon was pretty solid too. So and they fooled me. What I thought the dragon was something altogether different, and that caught me off guard. I was like, and at this stage, at 54 years old, I can honestly say I've seen damn near pretty much everything. And if you can fool me on some shit, you got me for a
You're
couple episodes
54?
at least. I will be 54 on Friday.
Well, happy early birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you very much.
How are you
Gotta get you a
54 and
bottle.
you graduated 86 and I'm 50? I'll be 54 in March and I graduated 85.
I don't know. Maybe that says something more about you than you really want to put on the internet.
What? That I'm smarter than you?
If you wanna say it like that, that's fine.
You set
Rod's
yourself
books
up.
we
I'm
should
sorry.
be
I'm sorry.
reading. Well, it is what it is. Rod's books we should be reading. My wife never was accused of having good taste. Rod's
Oh,
books we
there
should
we
be
go
reading.
again. Hold on.
All right,
Let's go with
Russian
the slot
roulette.
machine
Rod.
cover. Slot machine. Here we go.
Okay, why is it not stopping? Hold on here.
No whammies. No whammies. No whammies.
Because you made a GIF.
That's what she said.
Where the
Made a
hell?
GIF.
No, I didn't. Where the hell is the page? Hold on a second. I gotta find the input now. For enter
Wherever you stop is where I'm
comics.
starting.
That's what he said.
Right, I got you, man. Hold on a second. That's not that one. Comics. Dude, let's get some music while I'm trying to get this shit figured out here. I know it. Oh, there it is.
Won't be killed. When I busted up a body, I feel no guilt. Here's most cotton for me. Suckers that's down with me.
All right. It stopped. Here we go. Moon Knight, number 7. All right. As you can see on the cover, Moon Knight has found the bar with no name, which is the famous Marvel version of the dive bar that villains hang out in. And he starts the
Okay.
issue off by walking in. He says, "You know who I am. Because you know who I am, you know no one, including myself, will know what I'm capable of doing." So he starts right off the bat and just intimidates the hell out of every villain in there. And he says, "I'm just going to say one name. I'm going to say one word. Zodiac." So Zodiac is the villain he is tracking. And so he goes to these people to kind of shake him down and get information. He's also being helped right now by a former Avenger and his close friend Tigra, who we later find out is actually working for someone else. She's been tasked with keeping an eye on Mr. Mark Spector because he is very unstable as Moon Knight. So there are there's a lot of surprises at the end of at the ends of issues this week. The big splash pages and there's big reveals. And this one, I'm not going to tell you who it is because I want you to get it, see for yourself. But it is setting up to a really it's setting up to look like it's going to be a really big conclusion at the end, probably issue 8 or 9. I'm looking like it's going to be a big climax, but I like the build up so far, and I like how they're fleshing out Mark Spector's character in terms of how he's dealing with his dissociative identity disorder and how he is functioning as a priest because he is a priest of Khonshu as the Moon Knight, and also kind of like a private paranormal investigator. So it's kind of like a little bit of Constantine, a little bit of Batman, and I'm liking how they're kind of handling it now.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, next up on the random. All right, Silver Surfer Rebirth. All right, so what I'm noticing with a lot of these characters is that Marvel is kind of bringing characters back that I think are going to end up in the MCU some kind of way, because the Silver Surfer first showed up as a Fantastic Four, in the Fantastic Four characters, one of the characters in their book. And since they're bringing the Fantastic Four into the MCU, I think they're trying to bring people back. So we have a new Silver Surfer comic, and as you see on the cover, Captain Marvel, the original Captain Marvel for Marvel. So what happens in this issue is Silver Surfer is actually on a rescue mission, and he comes up against, and when he meets up with Marvel's son, Genisville, and somehow something happens, and he gets transported to a different reality of sorts, where the original Marvel is still alive, because in the regular continuity, this Marvel, Captain Marvel, died of cancer many years ago. So the Surfer, as you can imagine, is a little thrown off by this, by seeing Marvel, and so they continue on with an adventure. And as I mentioned before, there's a lot of splash pages where they have big reveals at the end, and there's someone who comes at the end of this one who the Surfer it's a major villain, and the Surfer is going to end up working with him in the next issue. So again, I'm not going to spoil that, but this is a pretty good beginning to Rebirth. I don't know how long this is going to last. It looks like it's probably a limited series. But if you're a Silver Surfer fan, if you kind of want to see old Captain Marvel again, pick it up.
Hey, Rod, real quick.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel is one of the, if only, heroes who have died or characters who have died in Marvel that hasn't been already been brought back in some kind of way, correct?
That stayed dead. Yeah, for the most
Yeah,
part,
somebody who died and stayed dead.
once he yeah for the most part, yeah, once he died, he stayed dead. Every now and then they'd have like a cameo, or he'd be brought back for a short amount of time and had to leave and go back to being dead. But yeah, for the most part, he's the only Marvel character I can think of who has died, and they haven't really brought him back for an extended period of time.
Okay.
It used to be him. It used to be he and Bucky until Ed
Yeah,
Brubaker brought
well,
him back as the Winter Soldier.
yeah, that didn't last long.
Bucky was gone for a long time, bro.
He was. You're right.
Yeah. All right. Next up, I've been waiting months for this. When they talked about milestone returns and DC was coming back with the milestone imprint, I was really excited. I was happy as hell. I was like, all right, cool. Now we get to see milestone modernized. We get to see all the characters come back. And my my critique on the latest issues of the new milestone, the milestone returns, I'll do that next week because I have a real big problem with what they've done. But
Uh-oh.
we'll talk about that next week.
Oh
This
shit.
this is the milestone compendium 1, and I had pre-ordered this about 3 or 4 months ago, maybe, while they were getting it together, and it just arrived at my house today. And as you can see, it's um, artwork done by some of the first milestone artists, and it has. Let me see if I can grab this real quick
I'm about to
so
say,
I can
get
read the
that
back
big
again.
mouth.
Yeah, just to give you an idea, let's show you on the camera. It's about yay thick. It's like a phone book.
Woo!
All right, it is a true compendium. It's got the
Wait, wait,
first
wait.
12
You gotta
issues.
explain. You gotta explain to the millenniums out there what a phone book is.
Look,
It's a listing. It's a listing of phone numbers and
in here,
businesses.
I thought he was going to say, "Can you tell us what a compendium is?"
Now, I
But
gotta
in
look
this,
that up.
it's got the first 12 issues of the original hardware in the 90s. It's got Blood Syndicate 1 through 12, the original Icon issues 1 through 10, Static 1 through 8, Shadow Cabinet 0, and Zombie, which they did not bring back in Milestone Returns, and I'm kind of pissed off about that. But Zombie issues 0 through 11. So it's got a whole lot of books in here from the original run of Milestone, headed up by Dwayne McDuffie and many others. So if you're an old school Milestone fan, you definitely want to pick this up. If you know someone who's an old school Milestone fan and they talk to you about it and you want to find out more about it, definitely pick it up.
Okay.
Just don't compare it to what you see now with Milestone Returns because you'll be pissed off. So don't do that.
Hey, Rod, real quick. I actually had the opportunity to talk to John Rossum, the creator of Zombie for the Milestone line, on a
Cool.
Facebook post. And he was saying that they actually are going to bring back the concept of Zombie, just not the way that he wrote it. And he dislikes it vehemently.
Oh, that's not cool then.
So, no, it's not. But what about this new Milestone line has been cool? Let's be very honest. I've been pleasantly
Some
surprised a couple of times.
some of
Go
the
ahead.
character redesigns are cool, but the overall premise and some of the other things have been kind of jacked up. I know some people are like I
I'm,
look at
I'm,
some people's Twitter pages and they're really upset about how now the characters have been lightened up or changed, like races were changed altogether. Like Daisy doesn't really look like a black girl in Static. That's just one example they gave.
and that's a very solid example. I just think that it should be it. it has to be taken of his own accord. I was one of the gatekeepers. I was just like, no more, no milestone unless it's faithful to where it was. But I recognize now that they're not trying to honor that legacy, and I'm sure I'm using language that's probably inappropriate, but fuck them. They're not trying to honor the legacy of it. They're trying to use these characters for to tell stories now, and that's fine. I mean that's their right. But I also feel that if Dwayne McDuffie was here, he would not agree with 75% of where these titles are headed. But that's me.
That's a bold statement.
That it
And
is.
you might be right, man, because I mean, based on what I remember from McDuffie's writing and his work, you know, there's definitely some radical departures from what he first envisioned. And
Yeah.
it's kind of surprising because there are a lot of the original Milestone people from the first time are working on Milestone Returns.
Isn't it everybody but him?
So no.
Well, like I said, John Rossum, the guy who created Zombie, which was one of the four pillars of the Milestone universe, is not affiliated with this at all. And they're
Oh,
using the concept of his character in a whole different way.
how is that even legal?
So
Because John Paul
and that's
Leon,
a very
I
good
think he
point.
passed.
Right.
John
Right.
Paul Leon died, so he's not there. Dennis Cowan is still working on it. He's worked on Milestone Returns. Um, and Rosam, yeah, I see his name here too. I don't know about Robert L. Washington. I don't remember seeing any of his name on anything recent either.
Well, well, it goes to show you that when you have something that's a project that has four or five different minds involved, even if you take one away, that whole thing can change,
Yeah.
and it becomes an entirely different thing. And what the milestone that we Dwayne McDuffie was the face of Milestone. All these brothers contributed mightily, but Dwayne McDuffie was the face. And now it looks like he was the driving creative force. And
I
now
think
that he's gone, you've got Reginald Hudlin in charge, who, you know, God bless him in his ministry. He's not Dwayne McDuffie.
I mean, I used to say that Dwayne McDuffie, I use this term in different areas, he had the Beyonce factor. You have this group of parts that are really good together, but one of them stands out from the rest of them. And that's what he did. I mean, which was
I was trying to
obvious.
figure out where you was going, but I got you now.
Yeah, I mean, no, it is what it is. I mean, they sit there and it's like he was the one that got all of the DC stuff. He was the one that DC tabbed to bring in and write the different series and shows and all that kind of thing. I mean, he just had a different mind than the rest of them.
He did. And trivia, Milestone first pitched to Marvel, and Marvel turned them down. That's how they ended up at DC.
Really?
Correct. Yep.
Did I ever tell y'all,
Yeah.
Rod? I don't know if you remember. I told you about the story when we actually submitted to we as Pyramid Comics actually submitted to Marvel after they announced the DC after DC announced their deal with um with Milestone,
Milestone.
and we actually got a call back from Marvel. Like they actually called us to tell us they loved it and they were considering it, but they were just it was the time that they were getting ready to kill off Xavier. I think the first time, and they were like
Mm.
they literally told I told. I'm sure I don't know if you knew about it, but I told because me and Eric were talking about it. Um,
Nah, I
Eric
didn't know
is
about this.
Yeah, Eric is Rod's line brother. He was actually the letterer for our comics, and yeah, Terry Stewart, who was the president of Marvel at the time, called us and said he was like, "Listen, we really actually like your stuff." He said, "But the only reason that we can't do anything right now," he said, and I'm giving you some information that's proprietary and all this kind of stuff. But it was like 6 months before they dropped it out there. But he was like, "We're getting ready to kill off Xavier, and we're changing our six top titles, and we're just taking a big chance on seeing how this process plays out." But he was like, "You guys should keep going. Got some good stuff." Because I think we sent them previews for like four of our books. Um, it was at the time it was the Falcon book. It was the future. Then we had the Peacekeepers, and I forget what the last one was that we sent them a preview for. So
Okay. So this was before they were killed off Charles Xavier to make Onslaught.
I guess that's what it was.
When
I
to
know it
launch
was.
that.
It was when yeah. It
Yeah,
was the it was
that's
the
what
it
it
was
sounds like.
it was the early '90s. So it had to
Okay.
be like 93, 94. Yeah, whenever they killed it. But he just said they were killing off Xavier. It was the
Okay.
first time that it happened apparently in the books.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I remember
Well,
that.
um, we went from talking about sports to some deep nerddom. Those people who left, I hope that they came back because man, this was some nerd shit that we just talked about.
We got
So,
we got we got a couple back. We got like two.
oh, okay, well, good. Uncle Percy, what's going on, sir? Anything you want to leave us with as we wind down?
Yeah. Uh, so as as
Oh
of
shit.
yesterday, I will be in the Urban Nerd RV. I have purchased an RV, so we are definitely have a vehicle for July 29th for the Urban Nerd Con.
Oh
So,
Nice,
damn.
All right.
nice.
Good job.
So wait a minute.
so
You in Chicago, right?
yeah,
All right. So save me a seat.
I probably gotta drive down to Atlanta first, and then come across.
Oh damn. Okay.
Wait.
Well, I
Okay.
gotta pick up John.
Okay. Okay. Well, yes, sir.
we can smoke cigars on the bus, right?
Yeah, I gotta talk that over with your wife. I gotta do the same thing with
All
John.
right. I'll crack the window. Road trip. That's right, Brian Hudson. B Hud in the house. Road trip.
So, Uncle Percy, any news from the CDC? Have we got any more Amarion variants coming out? We got B Fizz
No,
and what are the other members of B2K?
well, here in Illinois, we got a new variant that's out, but what the hell?
Just add it to the list,
Well,
huh?
as a
Damn.
grumpy old nerd that just got up off the COVID, luckily I was fully vaccinated and boosted, so it wasn't nothing more than the flu. 101.8 on the first you know the first serious day, and then after that it was just um, muscle aches, shakes, sore throat, that type of deal. Took me about a week and a half, but I took my test yesterday, negative, all good.
Cool.
So back
Good
to
to hear.
business.
Cool,
Back to
cool.
business as
Anything on the
usual.
book front or anything else coming up for you, Uncle DJ?
Now I mean, we're gonna work that out, but now same old for right now.
All right. Well, if you're on TikTok, please check out Uncle DJ's audiobook. Part one is out now. Part two will be out shortly.
Are you
Uncle
challenge,
Rod,
John?
what's you did what? The what?
Are you gonna do the challenge
What challenge is that?
with the sweatshirt?
Oh
Put your
hell no! Yeah, you're gonna put your foot up there and do that shit with the foot.
The the hoodie challenge.
Oh,
Got to make
if
sure
I
you're
were to
wearing your
put my
bra
legs
though.
that high, if I were to put my foot that high in the air, I would pull multiple muscles. So no, I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah.
Uncle Rod, you
Some
got
more
anything,
dumb
sir?
stuff.
A
Nothing right now.
groin
Nothing new to
injury.
report.
A groin injury.
All right. Uncle Roy,
Happy to be
details
here.
on the NerdCon, please.
Hey, hey, hey! Holla, holla! Scream, scream! No, we're gonna probably do the soft relaunch of the website tomorrow. We were gonna do the official one. We're waiting on. I'm trying to hold off until Monday to see if I can get two things in that are gonna really blow it out that I would love to have from the very beginning because I think it'll really do us some good service. And we're also waiting. We're actually waiting for the hotel chain, the group of hotels that we're working with, to send us their first set of pricing so that we can have that stuff available. People who want to do early bird things. I can tell you this though, after some consultations with the team and with Tony, we know our biggest goal, man, is to get people in the door. So like standard price is gonna be like $5 a day, man. We're gonna do early. We're gonna do some early bird pricing through the month of February for people to buy their badges, and they'll be able to get the entire weekend for $15.
Wow.
Cool.
And then
That's a
on
deal.
top of that, those folks will have an opportunity if we get 1,000 people to buy tickets for the weekend at $15. That 1,000 people will have the opportunity to win $1,000 at the con because they were early bird
Wow.
purchasers. Yeah, I said
Damn.
that. Holla holla, baby.
It went a G.
Well, that sounds fantastic.
That's
Well,
what's
thank
up.
you, Uncle Roy. So, again, the Urban Nerd Con in Montgomery, Alabama, July 29th through the 31st. Tickets on sale soon. Please check out the urbannerdcon.net for more information. And will they be able to buy tickets through the through the soft relaunch of the website?
Yeah, all that stuff will be on the site, but not the event tickets won't go on sale. Probably for another week.
Okay.
I want to get some stuff squared away, like I said, and we want to do a couple of things. But it'll be soon. It will be soon.
All right.
And look,
So
y'all
so
gonna be
the
tripping when we got 70, 80 people tuning into the show because we giving away free tickets too.
so check this out. All right. So
Okay.
Nice.
now we're gonna have a grumpy old nerds booth. That goes without saying, right?
Yeah.
We will have
Right.
a booth. Now, is our
In the
booth gonna be
adult
now?
section, right?
I was gonna say, are we doing
In
R?
the adult
Are we
section.
doing X? Like, are we like what are we doing?
I will be topless.
Okay, we have a, we gotta have a we're gonna have a PG-13 show. We're gonna have an R show. Like, is it gonna get progressively
Yeah, we'll
more
we'll have to
mature
discuss that
as
offline.
the day goes on?
Yeah, I think we have to talk to Auntie Nicole too, because
Right.
Hurry up with y'all
Y'all just can't be volunteering her for rated R content.
no. I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah,
I hope she don't mind if I'm sexy up in there.
All right, John, go ahead.
as we do our final spiral out of control, thank you all for watching. Our
Man,
faithful
hell no.
fans, thank you. We appreciate you. Please
John,
check out the
John,
urbannerdcon.net. Yes,
John,
yes, yes.
you gotta wish Auntie Nicole her father happy birthday.
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew somebody was gonna say that.
Cold blooded.
Happy.
Look, y'all, I gotta go.
Oh,
Let's
man.
cut this out and cut this off. I gotta go. I gotta
Thank you
go.
for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Aren't
Good
y'all
night.
glad we didn't talk about the Batman?
Oh my god. Every last one of y'all needs help. Okay. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and up. Yeah, is it yours?